So, a few days ago I was over on the Facebook Marketplace when I came across something that I had to buy, and I thought I'd make a video out of it and show you what I'm doing. So this is, cover my address, the parcel, and look, they addressed it to Frankie Drawers, my old name. Yeah, I'm of an age where when I got into Warhammer it was already new, like almost all plastic sculpts. There were a few metal ones, like there still are. Are there any now? No. Aren't any now, are they? Regardless, I didn't play Tyranids when I first started. I've only got into it recently, and pretty much all of them have been updated. There's still a few derpy looking ones, like the Biovore, not overly fond of that. Everything else is pretty cool. The Lictor, the Red Terror, they could do with an update, which I think is coming this year. Don't know. But yeah, I came across some 2nd edition Termagants on Facebook, so I snatched them up and I wanted to bring you along for the ride. I'm going to paint them up, but first let's have a little look at the actual models. So let's have a little look. I'm going to just tear this open. Oh. See, I've never actually seen a box like this. This is really cool. It's not got one of those lips. It's just an actual lid on box. Oh, look at these, man. They're so cool with the old Citadel logo. There is, even though this holds no place in my personal memory, there is such a strong sense of nostalgia. It's like watching Stranger Things. I wasn't alive in that time period, but I still get that nostalgia feeling. It's really bizarre. I'm so excited about these. So I've got 6, I believe, of little plastic 2nd edition Termagants. Let's get them all out and have a look. Bizarrely, these are my first Termagants, so that's quite cool. Right, let's have a little look. Oh, it's so cool. Quite a big mould line on his face, but we can sort that out. Luckily, if it was plastic, if it was metal, it'd be a bit harder. I love it. Something I've always liked about these older Termagants is they look a bit more like horses or dogs. They sort of look like they're trotting, which is quite amusing to me. And I quite like this, what's it called? What's the armour plates called? Carapace. Yes, I quite like this carapace on the front arm shoulders. It reminds me of like a knight. Proper shoulder pads. Really bizarre. They look... Oh, I'm really excited. Look at that face. Don't know if you can see it that well, but it's got proper big eyes and sharp teeth. These are going to be so much fun to paint, and I am going to do it as brightly as the old boxes used to. I'm going to do a bit of researching online to see if there's anything that particularly gets me excited. But if I'm not mistaken, it used to be less that a whole army would be done in a certain hive fleet, and more that each unit would be painted a certain way, which is kind of how I've done my army. Like, each unit has a different colour scheme, but that's more to do with the lore of the army. So maybe I'll just try to replicate this colour scheme on the box, because I quite like it. The red skin and the bluish, blackish, like the flesh bits, and a line going down the head carapace, and then a bone coloured carapace on the back. Yeah. Right. I'm not going to paint these for a few days, so I will see you in a few days when I actually paint them. I just want to cut in here and say we are currently on 99 subscribers at the time of this YouTube video going up. So if I could get any of you to to subscribe or share this video or any other videos of mine to somebody that you think would enjoy it and value this channel, then please do. We're so close and I'm really excited. Back to the little alien boy. So when it came to painting this Termagon, I wanted to start with the carapace. I decided to do this by applying a simple base layer of Xandri dust. I would then go ahead and dry brush it with Ushabti bone. I'm not trying to do anything fancy with this paint job, I just wanted to get what was on the box, but make it look a bit more grimdark. Although I wanted to go for something really vibrant, it wouldn't quite fit in with my army, so I decided to tone down all the colours just a little bit. After that, I moved on to the skin and I started with Citadel's contrast paint, Blood Angels Red. Something I really like about contrast paints is they're super easy to apply. You just slap it on and you don't really have to worry about the consistency. Obviously you don't want it to pull too much in any certain areas, but it's really easy to fix that. Just clean your brush and soak up some of the excess moisture. When it came to the vents and even the gun, I went ahead and I used Ultramarine Blue, another contrast paint by Citadel. This is where the colour scheme deviates from the box art a little bit. As on the box there's a bit of green and a bit of black in amongst the other areas outside of the carapace and skin, but I decided to make it all blue just to unify the colour scheme a little bit more. Once I got all these base coats down and they had dried a bit, I went ahead and covered the whole model in Carabao Crimson. Now to highlight the red skin, I just dry brushed on Mephiston Red, followed by Evil Sun Scarlet. Then for the blue areas, I used Fenrisian Grey, as this is a nice light grey colour with a blue hint. To add another highlight to the carapace, I went and used Screaming Skull. I always use this to elevate the Ushabti bone colour whenever highlighting something. Now the majority of the model was done, there were just a few little bits left to do. So with the eyes I used Alejo Jaquero Orange and then I highlighted it with Flash Gits Yellow. This makes it so the recesses in the eyes are a deep orange but the lighter areas are a bright yellow. And then I used Cantor Blue just on the veins on the head and the stripe down the middle of the forehead carapace, and I highlighted it with another bit of Fenrisian Grey. When I finished this model, I realised that I didn't want to use these in amongst a sea of Termagants, because when you use Termagants on the table you normally have quite a lot of them. I feel like they get lost amongst the mass. So what I wanted to do was use them as a decoration. I decided to go ahead and put them on the base of my Tyranids, or at least this one that I painted. I plan on putting the rest on other bases of larger models, like an Exocrine, or even if I get another Tyranids, because I'm probably going to. I played with this guy the other week and he was awesome. It was simply a case of snipping off the little supports underneath the hooves and then gluing them in the appropriate position on the base of the Tyranids. And I've got to say, I think it looks pretty cool. It looks like the Tyranids is training his little brother or something. So I know this is a relatively simple video, but I had a lot of fun with it, and I really hope that you enjoyed me painting some older Tyranid models. They've got such a sense of charm to them. It's bizarre. I would love to get some more. So let me know what you'd like to see me paint in future videos. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Subscribe if you want to see more. And until next time, I will see you later.